So I kind of feel weird making a video like this, but I just came from McDonald's with my daughter, and in the play place there was like 4 kids like up there playing, and there was in the corner, very far corner of the play place room, there was these 2 girls, like a 13 and a 14-year-old girl, Mexican and a black girl, and there's this fat old white man sitting like directly in front of him, and he had his legs like spread when he was sitting like this, like sitting across from him. And I was like, oh, this is weird. But the 4 kids in the play place, they all left, and it was just me and my daughter, that old man, and those 2 girls. My daughter was up in the play place, so I was listening to his conversation with these girls, and he's like, how old are you? Do you have a boyfriend? Girls your age should have a boyfriend. And so I stood up and I'm like, look up in the play place, check on my daughter, and I turn around and I look at him, and I say, you know these girls? And he looks at me, he says, no. You? I said, no, but I heard your conversation. He was just like, I swear to God. I was like, yeah, These 2 girls were sharing earbuds off one phone, and every time he talked to them, he's just mentioning shit like, oh, how old are you? You should have a boyfriend. You know, continuing on that note, and I'm like, okay, motherfucker. And the girls are, they're looking at him kind of like, and at each other like, this is not happening kind of shit. And so I get up, and I walk behind him, and I start recording him. I pull out my phone, and when I pull out my phone, his back is to me. I'm over him, thinking deadly thoughts. And the 2 girls make eye contact with me, and they look at each other like, thank God, like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen next? So I record him, and if you'll see it, I'll include it. I wanted to kill him. I thought of it. But my daughter was there. So I made eye contact with a guy who was also there, but he was out of the play place, like behind glass in the main part of the restaurant. And a car driving by thinking I'm crazy. But I made eye contact with him. I think his name was Terrell. I gave him the look like, are you down? And he's like, what's good? Kind of looked at me like, what's good? And I stepped back so he could see like the scene that was like developing back here. And he kind of cocked his head and he was like, I was like, good. It's like, I don't have to kill this man because now I can restrain him. He's a big fat white man, old man, big fat. It took the cops like 10 minutes to get there. But before that, like once I saw that I had him on my team, I turned to the girls and I told them to get the hell out of their seat. I was like, you 2, get out of the seat and sit down next to my daughter, who is on like the farthest corner from this man, because I was like, hey, shit's getting real. And so he just sat there. He just sat there and read a newspaper. Like, that's what also caught my attention. He wasn't eating food. And he was sitting, like I said, like, oh, in his shorts. Like, I swear to God, his shorts, I can't even bring them up as high as his were. And he was just sitting there reading a newspaper in the play place of McDonald's, right? No kids of his. And so they got to safety, and I'm pacing the place waiting on the police. And he gets up, goes to the bathroom, and fucking finishes. I'm sure of it. He took like a minute. He got up and tried talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Say something stupid and I'm gonna kill you. I just can't expose the ace in the hole that's coming your way, motherfucker. But he goes in there, and I look at Terrell. I'm like, yo, dog. And I hold the door shut. I'm like, we could totally do this, but that's probably imprisonment, so I let it go because I wanted him to go to jail. I didn't want to fuck it up, right? Contempt or whatever. I don't know. Fucking false imprisonment. That'd be my luck, right? Pedophile gets out for me being stupid. So he comes out of the bathroom, walks past me and the girls that are sitting down, and I kind of walk him out like a shadow, right behind him. He's looking over his shoulder like, what's this guy's fucking issue? And I'm like, you know what my issue is, motherfucker. He sits down in the lobby and doesn't leave. I'm like, holy shit. Like, this man just exposed himself to 2 young girls. He knows he's caught, and he didn't even leave. I was like, oh my God. Cops get there, arrest him. I've got pictures of that shit too. And the brunette cop was beautiful. If you're single, I am too. Hit me up. I gave you my card. Let's go catch some pedophiles together. We can do some great things. But they took him to jail, and I was like, if he doesn't go to prison, then I'm gonna protest. You know, actually, I'm gonna burn the fucking Capitol down. Okay. Yeah. So protect your kids. I asked those little girls. Once I sat him down and he was out sitting in the main lobby, I was like, girls, what the fuck? Like, I was watching you. Why didn't you get up and leave? I was like, why didn't you take your drink and throw it on him and scream? And they were like, we didn't know what to do. I was like, now you do. You find a crazy motherfucker like me. You scream. I was like, girls, just fucking do something to get attention. I'm like, you're lucky. I was like, this motherfucker. I pointed to my 6-year-old daughter. I'm like, this guy, like, if he doesn't go to jail, and if I hadn't caught him, I was like, you girls better tell the cops the goddamn truth. Every bit of it. Because if you don't, he's gonna get out, and he's gonna hurt a kid my age, or worse. He's gonna kill him. I said, you girls, I wanted to call them stupid, but I can't judge. I was like, you girls gotta protect yourselves. They aren't stupid. I can't imagine what they were thinking. But I just wanted to tell everybody, protect your kids. And to the parents who had their kids in the play place of McDonald's and you guys weren't even in there with them, you didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Who knows if your kids saw an old man's dick? Because those 2 little girls definitely did. I heard them talking to the police officer. I was right there. And it started with his balls, and then it moved to everything else.